10 Deadliest Natural Disasters of All Time. Every year, nearly 100,000 people perish in natural disasters, like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, tsunamis, floods, wildfires and droughts. While over 150 million are impacted by them worldwide, according to the World Health Organization. Violent natural disasters have been a fact of human life since the beginning of mankind, but the death counts of the most ancient of these disasters are lost to history. However, thanks to historical records and journals, historians can at least estimate the number of fatalities linked to disasters that occurred in the Common Era. According to such records, the following natural disasters are the deadliest of all time. 10. The 1976 Tangshan Earthquake. Tangshan Earthquake of 1976, also called Great Tangshan Earthquake. At 3:42 a.m. on July 28, 1976, the Chinese city of Tangshan was razed to the ground by a magnitude 7.8 earthquake, according to a report by the U.S. Geological Survey. The death toll, thought to be one of the largest in recorded history, was officially reported as 242,000 persons, but it may have been as high as 655,000. At least 700,000 more people were injured, and property damage was extensive, reaching even to Beijing. Most of the fatalities resulted from the collapse of unreinforced masonry homes where people were sleeping. 9. The 2004 Indian Ocean Earthquake and Tsunami. On December 26, 2004, at 7:59 a.m. local time, an undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 struck off the coast of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. Over the next 7 hours, a series of immense ocean waves, triggered by the quake, reached out across the Indian Ocean, devastating coastal areas as far away as East Africa. Some locations reported that the waves had reached a height of 30 feet, 9 meters, or more when they hit the shoreline. The tsunami killed approximately 230,000 and displaced nearly 2 million people across a dozen countries, with Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, Maldives, and Thailand sustaining massive damage. 8. The 8526 Antioch Earthquake. As with all disasters occurring millennia ago, a precise death toll for the Antioch earthquake is hard to come by. Contemporary chronicler John Malalas wrote at the time that about 250,000 people died when the temblor hit the Byzantine Empire city, which now Turkey and Syria, in May 526. The estimated magnitude for the earthquake is 7.0 on the surface wave magnitude scale, and may have probably struck late in May, between the 20th and 29th, as there is no specific date on record. 7. The 1920 Haiyuan Earthquake. The Haiyuan earthquake was the largest quake recorded in China in the 20th century with the highest magnitude and intensity, as Deng Qidong, a geologist with the Chinese Academy of Sciences, said during a seminar in 2010. The earthquake, which struck north-central China's Haiyuan County on December 16, 1920, also rocked the neighboring Gansu and Shaanxi provinces. It was reportedly a 7.8 on the Richter scale. However, China today claims it was of magnitude 8.5. There are also discrepancies in the number of lives lost. The USGS reported total casualties of 200,000, but according to a 2010 study by Chinese seismologists, the death toll could have been as high as 273,400. 6. The 1839 Koringa Cyclone. The Koringa Cyclone made landfall at the port city of Koringa on India's Bay of Bengal on November 25, 1839, whipping up a storm surge of 40 feet, 12 meters, according to NOAA's Atlantic Oceanographic and Meteorological Laboratory Hurricane Research Division. The hurricane's wind speeds and category are not known, as is the case for many storms that took place before the 20th century. About 20,000 ships and vessels were destroyed, along with the lives of an estimated 300,000 people. 5. The 2010 Haiti Earthquake. The catastrophic magnitude 7.0 earthquake that struck Haiti, just northwest of Port-au-Prince on January 12, 2010, ranks as one of the deadliest quakes of all time. Haiti is standing as one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere, and its limited history of large earthquakes left it extremely vulnerable to damages and loss of life. As many as 3 million people were affected by the quake. Death toll estimates were all over the place. Initially, the government of Haiti estimated fatalities stood at 230,000 people, but in January 2011, officials revised that figure to 316,000. 4. The 1970 Bole Cyclone. This tropical cyclone hit Bangladesh on November 12 or 13, 1970. According to NOAA's Hurricane Research Division, the storm's strongest wind speeds measured 130 miles per hour, 205 kilometers per hour, making it the equivalent of a Category 4 major hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. Ahead of its landfall, a 35-foot, 10.6 meters, storm surge washed over the low-lying islands, bordering the Bay of Bengal, causing widespread flooding. The storm surge, combined with a lack of evacuation, resulted in a massive death toll, estimated at 300,000 to 500,000 people. 3. The 1556 Yangtze Earthquake. The deadliest earthquake in history hit China's Yangtze province on January 23, 1556. Known as the Jiajing Great Earthquake, after the emperor whose reign it occurred in the Temblor reduced a 621 square mile, 1,000 square kilometers, swath of the country to rubble, according to the Science Museums of China. An estimated 830,000 people died as their Yaodong cave homes, carved into the region's lowest plateaus, collapsed. The exact magnitude of the quake is lost to history, but modern-day geophysicists estimate it at around magnitude 8. 2. The 1887 Yellow River Flood. The Yellow River, Huanghe in China, was precariously situated far above most of the land around it in the late 1880s. Thanks to a series of dikes built to contain the river as it flowed through the farmland of central China. Over time, these dikes had silted up, gradually lifting the river in elevation. When heavy rains swelled the river in September 1887, it spilled over these dikes into the surrounding low-lying land, inundating 5,000 square miles, 12,949 square kilometers, according to Encyclopedia of Disasters, Environmental Catastrophes and Human Tragedies. As a result of this flood, an estimated 900,000 to 2 million people lost their lives. 1. The 1931 Yangtze River floods. Excessive rainfall over central China in July and August of 1931 triggered the most deadly natural disaster in world history, the Central China floods of 1931. The Yangtze River overtopped its banks as spring snowmelt mingled with the over 24 inches, 600 millimeters of rain that fell during the month of July alone. According to the Nature of Disaster in China, the 1931 Yangtze River flood inundated almost 70,000 square miles, 180,000 square kilometers, and turned the Yangtze into what looked like a giant lake or ocean. Contemporary government put the number of dead at around 2 million, but other agencies, including NOAA, say it may have been as many as 3.7 million people. Natural disasters are not over. They will continue to occur, and most of them occur with little to no warning. Even if you do get some warning, you don't know the epic proportions that it can reach. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button, send us your feedback in the comment box, also share it with your friends. Follow our channel Knowleseum and stay tuned for more.